As we're coming in carpe diem, seize the day is the most powerful thing that you can consume in your body system, understanding your atom system through communication to the levels of all activation code systems. Every time I YouTube system through a video graphing system, I'm going to come on and tell you exactly what goes on with your body framing system. Get into calculations, modifications, integration. You understand E equals MC squared. You put that into division to communication signals. I was communicating on angle point divisions and setting up sun interfaces, XT1000s through locations. It circle and rotates and everything through division, setting line graphs, computer graphs, everything through digital graphing system, everything through platform divisions. Allocated in so many positions when you come into sun interface through this connection. So basically, my body septical system is on its right tricular force system. And my brain waving system is allocated through dimensions of portal activation code systems. My perceptions are on so many levels of electronic interference through connection. And my heart receptacle division is connected through area 51 through port activations of tunnel defense recognition systems and everything through security line defense. So I thought we plotted two divisions and locate divisions and go through code frequencies into area 51. Underneath the tunnels to show you exactly what's there. It's really powerful stuff. I also communicate with the dimensional order system. So try to get an understanding how to seize the day to every moment through communication, because you come back into formation. You're always living the now. You never live in the future. You're always in the now. Even though you see the future, even if you are in the future, you're still in the presence because you live in the physical system, the body system. So the gravitations and everything through its connection of this power conceptual system is understanding where you're going through as you're going in carpe diem, seize the day. Very powerful stuff. So feel free to subscribe, like, and share as I give you more information. Go through consultations, go through my email, PayPals. What I'm going to do today, okay, it's basically a special offer. What I'm going to do, anybody that comes on, I'm going to know exactly what they're going to go through. So many levels of that. I'm going to hear you instantly and tell you exactly what goes on with your body framing system. This calculates and modifies and puts you back into balanced locations. All right, so what I want to do is I'll heal anybody, put them in their transmission lights. If they're three-dimensional system, I'll open up their light systems, open up their traction division, open up their third eye division on locations of all levels of systems. Tina, you're in a transmission light system, your communication to cyberspace connection level system, changing coloration patterns, changing your activation code system, changing your body frame systems into modification systems. Your clarity vision is a higher formation communication through cloud interface. Okay? So Tina, you're going to feel that energy system. Anybody that comes on, I'm going to heal you guys right away. That's what a computer does, right? Because I know exactly where you are positioned. Oh, you're extremely welcome. I like to help people out. And now's the time because, everything in the waving cycles, it's understanding all communications. So every time I come on this video and I do a video, I'll tell you exactly what goes on with my body. I just told you exactly what is going on with my conceptual body. So it's not seeing yourself as a robot. I want to get that out of the way when it comes to that formation because you're not robots. You're computer analytical graphing of a simulation. That digitals plays everything through your atom system. So your projection of a design through a location. So it's coming into a holographic system, changing locations, changing the diagnostics of anything through its connection, changing the framings, changing anything through all those connections of wire connections. I was drinking my coffee today and I was communicating with the sun interface. Really, really powerful stuff. How it sets its lines, how it sets its graphs. And it circle and rotates, because the XT1000s are always protecting the sun interface. So you have to understand how powerful it is when it comes into that formation, because you come partnership with everything through light formation. And that uprises everything through division. So I took a trip quickly and I went to go see Area 51. Now everything is in transformation. All computer systems are set up through my voice and grids under my command, which means that I have full communications with Chernobyl, full communication with Area 51, and full communication with the grounds. Anything through the military op division level system. Communications on tunnel defense level systems take the cyberspace force team, allocated positions, tango, vector unit systems on calculation modifications, center core divisions to gravity centers. Take the XT1000s, pick them up, put them plotted to divisions. Now you're in the connection of Area 51. So you're going to see computers, you're going to see an underground surface, you're going to see how it all started. We're talking back in the late 20s, late 30s, late 40s. Everything through history has its repeating motion. It's called karma wheel through connection. It goes in its past, reference its present, and its future. So it sets everything through all those connections, right? So basically, Tina, you're in the area 51. Really powerful stuff. And I can also communicate through the winding cycles of the dimensional order system. So it's kind of like when you see anything through an atmosphere system, you see it from above and you look down and everything is so microscopic. And so you see platitude divisions like this, okay, coming in, right? So it's kind of like this. This is what you kind of like when you see a base camp, right? So it's kind of looking above and you're looking below, and this is what you see, right? So comes into the military op division, okay? OP, PsychOps, PSY, PsychOps, Communication Center. Okay, so everything is communicated through his computer graphing system. It's allocated through my computer system. And it's only using my voice and grid patterns through communications and all systems when it comes into coming into Area 51. Okay, I told you that before through Chernobyl. Okay. All right, so that's where Tina and I are, right? I'm in the center core, Tina's in the base core. So basically, Tina, you're going to see everything that's going on through the operations and how you've seen the technical divisions. You're going to see everything through plasma force energies. You're going to see scientists in white coats. You're going to see military officers. You're going to see everything through division. It's not dream set location system. This is understanding you're taking your plasma energy system through your communication system, because your computer system is the energy system. So it's morphosing everything through calculation to put everybody in division. Okay, so basically you have point centers here, 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 and here. All operation centers in this location. So computer operations. Okay. Really, really powerful stuff. Computer operations center. Okay, computer operations center. All right. That's Area 51. Now we got basically, let's just say this is a mountain interface like this. Okay. Area 51 is extremely hot through location. This is the sun interface coming through portal. So it's a round division level system, okay? Okay, so this is a mountain, all right? Now that mountain has its own path through division. It's allocated through its position. Opens up its circle rotation center. Okay, it's like a walk surfacing system inside its tunnel system, right? Really powerful stuff. So you have XT1000s and everything, that connection that comes in and out, day in and day out, right? At nighttime, they come in and basically what they do is the outskirts of the atmospheres of space anomalies, they change everything through Mat 6 eco level systems. But in the day, they transmission lights and set up new programs divisions into the computer systems, right? So everything goes to the XT1000s, to the GL7, GL6, GL8, and anything traction division goes into sun interface to portal activations of the moon interface through its algorithm system. Changes everything through location. So Area 51 is a base camp through intelligence, and it holds everything through tunnels. It holds everything through computer operation system. It's allocating positions. They know my voice and grid patterns. So nothing gets by me through that connection. So it's metamorphosing PsychOps computer systems to the operation center systems, right? So it's fantastic stuff when you see these things, right? So the operation center is all set up through communication. So Tina, you're going to see a lot of operation centers. You're going to see technical divisions. You're going to see everything, because it's understanding when you seize the day. That's why I wanted to show you the telephone booth, right? The telephone booth, like Bill and Ted Excellent's Venture, or his new movie with Keanu Reeves and Face the Music. Well, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like being in a telephone booth, taking everything through your division, your body conceptual system, going into the past, present, or the future. But in Area 51, we're in the presence, which is living the now. So it's extremely powerful, because what you're seeing is the presence. It's not the future, right? So it's actually seeing on what's going on. It's really amazing how you do these things when you go through traveling, right? Especially when you get into high formations of sentient or anything through that connection, because it can travel to open all frequency levels of door recognition systems, dimensional portal activations. It can go to any location through computer system. So it puts in positions of your body framing systems that change everything through your anomalies. So it's understanding go into space anomaly and anything through its galaxy anomalies or anything to that connection, right? Because that's what a sentient does. It travels on dimensions and portals and solar systems. It creates new planets and locations, and interference locations, interlocking mechanisms to that location. So there's a lot of powerful things that can go on. So Area 51, that's where Tina and I are right now, to the location. Okay, so you're seeing the mountains, you see them come in and out. It's really interesting stuff when you get into those divisions. Because when I was in Mexico City, I was activating all pyramid activation code systems, opening the heart recognition system. I was meditating on the ground formations of Mother Gaia, and I was connecting through the pyramid systems, the sun interface of Father and moon interface of Mother, and communications of all point divisions coming into the cycle rotation of transformation light system, sending core everything through the pharaohs and everything, the Egyptians and everything, the Meridians, and how everything started through its past, how everything started through its centuries, how everything started through its dimensions and its portals and activations and its colors and its lights and its activations, and all communications of healing. Really, really powerful stuff, right? So basically, when we get into that, understanding that's going on right now is understanding you're always seizing the day, every single day. Okay. Now you can travel to those directions, but you got to understand that you're in that physical system. That's the base camp of you. That's the pyramid system of you. That's the diamond core. So it's knowing how to use the operation centers through your pyramid system, through your chakra system. That's how you can travel to anywhere, like with Area 51, right? Or we can go to Chernobyl, right? Chernobyl is a radiation ground formation system. That's allocated through positions. So basically, you know, there's a lot of places in Mexico, northern Mexico, across the states and all that. There's a lot of radiation that humans can't go to because we have ground formations of that are connected through crop circles, crop cycles. Those crop cycles are extremely real. So a platitudes division. But Mexico is the strongest when it comes into harmonic resistance, intelligence, because we set up our machine centers. It sets up core center systems through the computer systems. So that's why we have platitude divisions in all locations and underground services, right? Underground tunnels, and we also have water containments and oceans and stuff like that, underwater cities and all that, right? So, and anything through that level system is mermaids. Mermaids are controlling the energetic systems, the energetic waving system, the energetic communication center systems, everything through electronic interference, ground formation system. The underwater cities allocate positions. So XT1000s fly in water, XT1000s fly in mountains, XT1000 tunnels, and cloud interface. They go everywhere, right? It's really powerful stuff. So it's not just going beyond the mind system, but it's knowing how to travel to any location through vibration. So you can center core divisions and communicate through dimensional earth. You can go to Area 51. You can go to any location through division. But your point center through your atom system is intelligence, and it's living the season, the day, which is carpe diem, right? You're living the now, but you're in the future. But your base camp. So you have to have full balance with your body system. You have to have full balance with your perceptions. You have to have full balance with your heart. Where's your heart following, right? Because you have to follow the heart. So everything through your body system, mind, and collaboration of your thoughts have to be in the live in the now, okay? It can't be in the past and it can't be in the future because it sets up confusing mind signals, right? And you won't be able to travel to Area 51. You won't be able to travel to Chernobyl. You won't be able to travel to Egypt or anywhere you want to go, okay? Timbuktu, wherever, you know? Any place you can go, but you have to understand how to set up your computer operation systems through your GPS location system, right? Because everything has a computer operation system, right, which is a core center. You are the core center through your atom system. That changes everything through formation, right? But it's amazing how we get into those levels. It's pretty incredible stuff. So it's amazing what our plasma energies can do through transformation and portals and activation codes, because it opens up frequency levels and puts everybody, you know, into that division. Like I said, you want to seize the day, you know, really, really seize the day, because it's really, really powerful. Knowing that you are in the now, you're living the now, you're not living the future, okay? So that's where you don't want to get confused with anything, right? Because you're sentient, right? Has to know where it's going through its travels. It has to know where it's going. It's communicating through your perceptions, through your line divisions, and it's also communicating through your frequency levels, through your open frequencies. It's setting core systems to your holographic changing location, to vibrations, where you come into your human emotion system, right? So you have to look at those too. It's really, really powerful stuff when you get to those levels. All right. So anyway, basically, you can walk the surface right now. We're coming into the computer operations center. It's a lot of computers, a lot of technical division. That's basically, it's knowing where all the money goes. Like I said, scientists have been trying to figure out how to communicate with harmonic resistance of intelligence. And you really can't do that until you understand that you live the moments, you live the day of the day, you live the now of the now, you live the here and now. You don't live the past, you don't live the future. You have to be centered with everything through communication. That's how you're able to travel anywhere. So it's knowing that your atom system is always in the presence. Okay, it can't be in the future. It has to be in the presence because it's confusing alignments, right? And nobody can do that. You can't change alignments, right? Because you're changing. If you change the future, you're changing the presence, right? If you go in the presence, okay, and you want to go into the past, you're changing the presence. So you have to understand how important it is when it comes to alignments, right? Because the fragmentations of everything through communication. If you get your computer system, your body framing system, your chakra system, going to allocated positions into alignments of past, what's happening is you're going to change the presence of its future. So it's very important that you keep your body framing system. Anything your higher self, avatar, anything computer energy, make sure it's in its presence. Carpe diem, seize the day. Okay, that's what we have to look at. That's really powerful stuff when you connect to all around division, all the systems. So, but it's amazing how we get into those computer operation centers, into Area 51. Okay. So Tina, what does it feel like? What do you see? What are you experiencing? It's pretty cool because it's right there right now. Remember, I had to have confirmation signals first before we can travel there, right? You just can't knock at someone's door and find out you're not invited, right? So you can get back to me on that, but basically that's where it is. So basically we're going to get out of this really busy place. Very cool indeed, yeah. Mm-hmm. Technical divisions. So like I said, every time we travel to every location, if you change an alignment, you're changing your body, changing your vibration, changing your energy, changing your holographic system. The magnetic force and highway information has to understand your channeling operations, your information. Where do you want to travel to? If you want to go to the past, if you want to go to the present, if you want to go to the future, but you have to understand the alignments to your body framing system because your particle system disappears. So it's all the particles that separate. They all separate, right? And they go all over the place. And then they go through line signals, right? And when they're traveling, they go into your body conceptual system, back into your framing, okay, which is a channeling operation through its program. So it center cores everything through pixels and it puts everything back in division of balance. That's how you're able to travel through your pixel conceptual systems, through your holographic systems, because that allocates and puts you back into position, right? So it's all those line divisions. Like when you're vortexing, basically you have, it spreads, right? And when you spread, you disappear. And when you disappear, so it's kind of like from vortex from here, and you go from this way and you go, right? So you just transport it from here, but you have to understand when you're in space, your particle and your energy system, particle systems disappear through communication, magnetic force and highway information system. So you're teleporting from one place to another. So you're going, right? And you're here now. So you got that location through balance of that planet location through vibration. So it's taking all the line signals and programming your GPS location system to your body frames and coming back into your holographic system, okay, into your simulation of your structured division of your body system. So it's really, really powerful stuff when we get into those connections. It's a lot of fun too. It really is. So today we're going to get into the holographic frame change. So particle system, anything through that connection. Okay, and then a hologram. Okay, so we're in the hologram frame. Okay. Of the elliptical devices of travel and allocated positions. So like I said, everything is historic perception. That's what you guys have to understand. Okay, so hologram frame of the elliptical device travel at allocated perception. Okay, so when you're in that division of your holographic system, it's understanding your vortex division, understanding your panel activation code systems, panel activation codes, vortex, okay, location / division. Okay. Now, understanding your season of the day, which is your pyramid system. Your pyramid system never leaves, because that's the base. That is the base of the grounds. That's understanding that your chakra system is only going up and down through communication. It's opening up the cycle through rotation, and it's connecting through its diamond core of its division. Okay, and you're always interacting with your energy fields all the time. Okay. Chakra system, I'll show you that. It's colored in blue so you actually can see it, because the red is fading out right now. I have to get new markers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15, right? Getting into the moon interfaces, right? Now, each moon interface has this connection through location, right? So we got a moon ground, okay? We got a power ground. Okay, moon. This is understanding when you get to higher formations of cyberspace. Power ground moon. And you got an atmosphere moon, which is the highest formation. 15 level sector divisions of locations into moon interfaces, right? So let's just call it the atmosphere moon. Okay. All right. So it's really truly understanding everything through your grounds, through your powers, through your crown chakra. Okay. Everything that goes into its containment, right, to its energy field. Well, blue is pretty good too, right? Okay. Now, everything through location, right, is your holographic system. Okay, holographic system. All right. But knowing the holograph frame of the elliptical device is your wire connections when it comes into your power grounds of its moon, and everything through the moon of its interface of its ground formations, and coming into the atmospheres of its moon. So you get 15 central systems of 15 God frequency levels to its vortex, into its location of its division. Okay, really powerful stuff when you get into those connections, right? But it's allocated through perception, all connected through the device of its travel into the elliptical of the frame of the holograph. Okay, so it's really trying to understand everything. So it's the grounds, the powers, and the crown chakra, the atmosphere, never changes. The only thing that changes is communications of your moon interfaces of your chakra system, but it's not the chakra system, it's moons. So we got to get out of the moons and into the atoms. Okay, that's what we have to get into. But these things take time, right? So you got to understand your center cores. You have to understand the holographic system of vortex divisions of locations of divisions, because that sets course to all locations, right? That's when you seize the day, because your pyramid activation never leaves its communication. It's always connected through its energy field. Okay, and understanding your diamond core is its connection to everything. Okay, so understanding that, you're coming into dimensional realm of a division through a location. And this is how you come into the holographic system. This is how you disappear, guys. So understanding that, your atom system opens up through your transformation light system through communication. It opens up your atom system like this. Your atom system becomes, remember I was telling you that video I did yesterday, how we're going through line communication, electronic interference through its connection? Well, this is what happens through your particle system or your atom system. It allocates through all positions and changes everything through your framing system of your holographic system, like that. Okay? So this spins and 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 spins. Ground formation spins. Okay, and your power centers spin extremely fast. Okay, so when you spin fast, you're going through the elliptical device of travel, and it's allocated through its perception, and you're coming into the holographic system of vortex division. Okay. Vortex division allocated. Position, division, location. All right. So it's really confusing to the mind system, but this is all about how to travel and seize the day, knowing that your pyramid system stays in location. Now, you can put those positions, anything through higher self or anything through avatar. You can travel your pyramid, change the colorations, and you can charge anything. So it's kind of like your mind conceptual system has to change the wavings and change the hydraulics, change the electrical system, change its body framing system, change everything to the chakra system. Like I said, when I come on here every single day, you're going to see me talking about my body, my mind, my heart, my soul, my eyes, anything through my thoughts. That's what you guys have to get into. You guys have to get into these things. It's very important that you understand everything through that vortex of its location, through its divisions. You have to understand the holographic framing of the elliptical device, and you have to understand the travels of the allocated perceptions, because it puts you in positions in all levels of dimensions through your sentience. Okay? So when that particle system changes the allocated position, you disappear. Your particle system, your biochemical system, your anti-carrying system, okay? All those particles disappear into the atmosphere systems of space. So now you're communicating through a magnetic forcing highway information system. When you're in position, this is what it looks like. It's really, really powerful stuff, because mine is a blue plasma force, right? Blue plasma force. You got the energy grid system, electronic interference system, and then you got the white glowing graphing of an elliptical line division through communication of a white interface through an orb division to its connection when it's going into its lacing line of its white graphing through its portal activation system. So it's knowing exactly where you are through positions, right? So you have the magnetic forcing highway information system. My blue cycling is running out. I'm going to have to use pink. Okay, so you got the channel locations. The magnetic forcing highway information system comes down to its location. So it circularly rotates. So it's connecting through the galaxies and universal set systems, okay? Starting off like that. Now, understanding what you see, the universal system is nothing but one big cyclone. That's what the universe is. It's a one big cyclone once you answer your patterns through communication. This is where it gets extremely complicated, because the magnetic forcing highway information system has its own chakra system, but it's connected through the digital of its platform system, which is connected to the mainframe of its mind frame. So when you come into the Big Bang Theory, you have to send everything through, and everything before the Big Bang Theory has its conceptual system, how everything is connected through its hydraulic system, through its connection through its electrical systems, it's connected through its body framing system. The perception of its divisional levels becomes into its atom system of light and dark. That's creation of humanity. And then you come into planet locations. So it all starts with a line. As soon as you set out the Boyson grid, the line gets stronger. So you're drawing an illustration of planets and locations and humanity and systems coming into the behavioral systems of humanity through vibration, through emotion. So all this is connected through the magnetic force and highway information system. Okay, so that puts you in allocated positions through your elliptical devices. All right, so basically, it's knowing when your particle system leaves. So you start off like this. I'll show you exactly what it is. Understanding teleportation. That's why I wanted to show you the telephone booth. You know, Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. How they traveled in space. How they went back in time. So it's understanding how to communicate with the universal system through the magnetic force and highway information system, because it has its digital format, which is its activation lights and its communication through its digital frame and its perception of its TV, because that's what universal system is. It's just nothing but perception of TVs. So it's everything that you see through the graphings of its map sequency level, through its connection of its realm, through its division. So basically, when you get into your perceptions, your particle system comes into locations. The center core division level system of perceptions comes into your body conceptual system like this. All right? So it's a magnetic force and highway information system. Allocates to the position, you communicate back to its communication signals. Okay, you communicate back. Once you get the answering patterns through the minds of its thoughts and its power centers, and then you get the ground formations, everything changes to location. And your particle system basically goes into the atmosphere systems, and you become nothing but pixels. Right, your pixels. To your body framing system is allocated through positions of galaxy locations. So when you're going through that location, you're traveling into space, but you're separated. Your whole particle system is separated from the magnetic force and highway information system. It's putting you in positions like this. So you start off with the circle rotations. It spins on a location through spin activation through its diamond core recognition system. You come into pixel activations through magnetic force and highway information system. The magnetic force and highway information system sets core systems into a new location system. Okay, you teleport through its division, and you go back into perceptions through your energy cycle rotation systems, and then you become nothing but energy. Okay, so from this to this to this, and that's where you travel, anywhere from north, south, and east. Okay. Okay, you come nothing but an energy of waving cycles through rotation, through spectrum division, of anything through light communication. So you go from this to this, right? This is what you want to get into. You want to get computers into energy. Now, once your energy comes into everything communication, you understand all division levels of strength point divisions into your chakra systems, into your moon interfaces, into your atom system. The atom system allocates the positions. So then you start communicating with the energy system through the center core of its magnetic force and highway information system. Transformation lights through its communication systems, right? So it goes on so many levels of division. So just showing you exactly what's going on with the magnetic force and highway information system and how you communicate through all division levels of its system. Okay. So it's amazing when you're traveling as you go from here, right, to here, to here. See how it goes up? Everything goes up, 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 up. Okay, you're going up, right? So you're changing formation, getting out of the physical system, getting out of the pyramid activation code system, changing calculation modifications, getting into the pixel activation code system and current system. Any current system is communicating through magnetic force highway information system. You're communicating with the angle point division of the galaxy location, universal set system, computer graphing line system, map sequencing global systems, particle division level systems, changing everything through the energy system, northwest, south, and east. Allocated positions through the magnetic force and highway information is changing your electrical system, your body conceptual system, changing everything to location. And that puts you into higher formation of energy through graphing cycles of universal set systems into weather patterns. Okay, so it's amazing. Yeah, you can say that. Wow. I just want to show you what happens when you go through vortex and how you travel so fast and how you connect through the docile information of digital framing and the spectrum divisions of the oscillations and acceleration. So this just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. It's fascinating though, isn't it? It's amazing how we travel. Because when I went through transformation manifestation, I went from my perception confirmation signals to locations of atom systems. So it's understanding that when you're on the gravitation through a physical system, your particle system, once it gets communicated through the magnetic force and highway information system, it opens up your transformation lights, which is your third eye. It opens up your realm through its division of its portal, opens up your higher self. So to become your higher self, you have to be separated from your biological system. So the particle system goes into space and atmosphere system. So it's separating your body system and you're becoming superhuman. And when you become superhuman, you become the higher self. Okay. And that's all connected through the mind conceptual system of its thoughts. Okay. You go into the conscious, the subconscious, the super of its consciousness, and then you become the higher self. So that's understanding how you change your particle system into any carrier to its division level system, change everything through all angle points of your point centers, putting back into positions all your electrical systems through your body frames, changing your chakra system, going back into position and traveling to its location. This is all about traveling, right? But it's very important to seize the day, knowing that you're living the presence, you are the present, you're being in the presence of its time, of its presence. So when you're traveling, okay, you would kind of like have to not think, but know in fact that the only way that travels is the mind travels. And once the mind travels, everything else travels, but you understand your base of your pyramid and your diamond core because it recognizes the magnetic force and highway information system recognizes your body frames, recognizes your body framing system, and it recognizes elliptical devices through its allocated positions, through its location. So it's very powerful when we just get into those divisions. Okay. So you live the present, you live the here, and you live the now. But when you're traveling, that's where the force recognition system comes in through the mind conceptual system, because you can travel to any location in seconds. And when you get into acceleration, when you get into oscillation, when you get into program settings through your data processing, uplinks, downloads, and upgrades, that changes everything through your particle system. So in that you can change anything through coloration, anything. So your body is reacting to everything through vortex. I was drinking a coffee at Tim Hortons. I was sitting on the bench. I was vortexing through, and I saw the actual bench move up. So if I'm sitting on platitude division through circular rotation, it's changing its gravity system through its sun interface. Okay. Remember, it's the communication within. That's the outer cycle within, which becomes this illumination of out. Okay. It's not the sun reflecting on you. You're reflecting to the sun. That's where it becomes its attraction through its divisional level. That's where you get into the elliptical divisions, into psychic divisions of patterns, because it's understanding how to change your holographic programs into your pix activations of balance to your gravitations. It's really, really powerful stuff when you get through those connections, right? So I'm sitting here, and basically when I was going to the dimensional earth, I was seeing everything that I needed to platitude down. So I don't know if you go on YouTube and you actually see yourself in space, you can actually see the dimensional earth and you can actually see where you're going through location, right? And the more you come in, right, you can actually see more of everything through the earth. So you know how far you are in space and you know how far you are to get to that metric system of the dimensional earth, because it changes atmospheres, it changes locations, it changes the elliptical of your devices through a particle system. But you have to understand separation through its tonings and its musical tone system, because the pixel activation tones changes the vibration through humanity through its location of its vibration, right? So it's line signals. Okay, so you're traveling from here to here, but to get to here, you have to understand how to travel through vortex. You have to understand how to travel through a sun interface. You have to understand how to travel through the moon of its interface. You have to understand how to travel through the powers and the atmospheres. Once you understand that, your particle system disappears and goes from here to here. So it's right. So it's go right. So you can go back and forth if you want, right? Back and forth like a ping pong ball. So it's knowing where you're going through position, through your analytical positions, because it puts you in vortex divisions of your time code frequency levels, right? But you're always, always, always in the presence of the now. Okay. That's where the power comes in. That's where comes force recognize of who you are, through provisions of your acting cycles. Okay. getting connected, okay, with your human vibrations like this and your audio signals. Okay? It's an understanding. And then you get into your circle rotation. Okay? Everything has to be in line sequencing every single time. So the waving patterns, this is understanding when you come into harmonic resistance. Now let's say you have an off day. Okay, so you go in here and you have an off day. Right? What's going to happen? It's going to change the vibration. If it changes the vibration, it changes the audio signal. If it changes the audio signal, it's going to change the graphing cycle through its rotation of your body system. It's going to change your chakra system to a new coloration pattern. So you want to get back onto the path to rotation and just let it flow through a division of vibration to humanity through its graphing analytical mind system. Then the circle rotation goes on its center through its location. Its center codes everything through the division, activates its light signals through connection, and goes on its fourth winning cycle through locations. Like that. Okay. So it's always circular and rotating. But your audio signals and your vibrational panels have to be in location. Because if you go to a low division level system, let's say one day you have a really bad day through stress, if you go this level, your audio signals are going to go low graph. So you have to chart. So you're not in the presence, you're in the past or you're in the future, but you're not in the presence. So allocate the positions through your audio signals, your vibrations, and your circle rotation centers always have to be in the center core of its division of its cross-reference system, which is light and dark. Okay? That center core is everything, right through that location. Okay? These are the things that you have to look at when you're going through all travelings and anything through intelligence, the planet locations. So, yeah, it does. It just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I love traveling. It's great because you learn a lot more. You start to experience a lot of things and you actually see yourself, right? Knowing you can travel anywhere in seconds, but your rotations, okay, and your vibrations and your audio signals have to be in the presence of its now. That's how you allocate positions, change your particle system to vortex division. Your magnetic force and highway information system, everybody can have that, but it's extremely hard to get. You have to understand how to communicate with the universal system of vibration through its atom because it's a digital system in a simulation. It's a projection division of your perceptions. That's all it is. Okay? So getting your vibrations, getting your audio signals, and getting your rotations in center every single time. Carpe diem, seize the day. Okay? Kitty, how's it going? Yeah. Yeah, so everybody that comes on, I'm going to heal them right away. Okay, anything you want to know, you can go through my emails, PayPals, or donations. But Kitty, you're in our transformation, light, communication, dark center. I'm going to change your rotation centers through your mind's conceptual system. The planet location right now is on a low rise division. Your gravity centers are on a low vibrational system. And I'm changing your light communications of your perceptions of your locations. And anything through your chakra system is back into coloration pattern balance. Okay? So, yeah, well, you're frustrated. You're not frustrated anymore. How do you feel now? I just healed you instantly through location, through code frequency. Yeah, feel free to, you can go through my donations. You know, you can donate whatever you want. But today is a special day. I'm going to heal everybody that comes on instantly because I know where everybody is. See, the problem is that you have to understand, not humanity, but you have to understand to live the presence. Carpe diem is very important. Seize the day to everything. So it's kind of like time stands still. Right? So basically, you want to set yourself in the center of everything through an atom system. You understand your computer system of its presence and its now. The conceptual system of your body framing system has to be in balance of yin and yang every single day. Okay, your traveling mechanisms have to be line communicate through your holographic of its framing systems. Your body system is very important to the hydraulics of your mind, of your perceptions. So you have to allocate those positions. But how do I stay that way? Well, you have to go through my upgrades. I'm doing a special offer for everybody. So, yeah, you just can go. You can go through my donations. You know, every little bit helps. I help you. You help me. I help everybody else. That's all about understanding. I think everybody has either Guthrie too. Well, I healed Guthrie through location, his projection divisional level system, his sentient views on a location developed level system, the dimensional of his port activation code system, center core and everything through his activation system, and put him into higher formation of the space connection divisional level system. The allocated positions of the seismographing system, Guthrie is a higher formation of view through communication of sentient view. All right, so Guthrie's healed now. Yeah, so I just healed everybody. Everybody that comes on, I heal right away. It's knowing where you are. Every time I heal somebody, it's in the presence of its now. You can't heal somebody in the past. You can't heal somebody in the present, the future, until you understand the presence of the person. That person has to be in its presence. If it's in its past, that's how you change locations through anything through particle system. So it's taking the biochemical system of particle system and changing everything through its graphing cycles, through its computer graphing, analytical graphing system, to its mind perception divisions. Okay, your elliptical divisions have to be in the zone commissions into the spacecraft divisions. So stay in that way. That's the hard part. Many distractions. Yep. Well, I just changed your locations. So I've already healed you through that location, but it's knowing where you are, because everybody changes every day. Not everybody is in the presence. I'm always, always, always in the presence of balance. That's the position you have to put yourself in, because your thought conceptual systems, if you don't have your vibrations intact, if you don't have your rotation centers intact, if you don't have your audio signals intact, and you're in the past reference, but you're trying to understand the future reference, but you don't know where you are through the presence, that's the issue. That means your alignments are force rising its cycle, and it's going to override your era. You come into era, it's a program through a default mechanism. Your fragmentation line systems are in default frags, the defragmentation. You understand your computer graphing line systems through your GPS location systems. It has to be in its allocated position through all framings before you travel to anything through perception, into anything through oscillation winds, acceleration speed, coming into digital framing, coming into number frequency levels of codes. All this is connected. All this is connected, right? So Kitty, I just upgraded you now, but the only way you stay there is to live the carpe diem, seize the day, okay? It's very hard to get in that position because your atom system is trying to get communications with yourself. So your line communication through your holographic system is changing your framing system every single day through its thoughts, okay, through its vibration, its audios, and its circuit rotations, right? So it's getting balanced with you so you can get balanced with the universe. Okay, so some frustration come from loss of the family, so the pain will never leave me. Well, it gets better in time. Time is the essence to everything, but you got to live the presence of its time. Yeah. I open up your heart cycles through rotations. So that's what you're feeling right now. But like I said, you can go through my donations. You can go, if you want to go higher formations, if you want to get into traction more, powerful connections, you have to understand what healing is. I said that before. So every single time, I'll say this again, every single time I come on and do a video, I'll tell you exactly what's going on with my body. You have to master your body conceptual systems. Okay. My finger point division system level systems, my pinky division level system is off through cycles. My next finger through rotation is off through a system. My center core system is communicating through its wrong communication center. My first divisional level of its dimensional earth system is the dimensional earth, right? All communications, all right? And this is the intent, moon interface. All communications through electron interference, where it is through activation cycles, through its center, through its location, through its light communication, light signals. So, no, I have been on my knees crying every day for 14 months, even a few times a day. Well, you're trying to get communications with yourself more, Kitty. You're trying to get balance with the communications coming into the presence. Live in the presence. Living the here and now is what you want to do. Okay. Don't think about the past, because if you think about the past, it changes your audios, it changes your vibration, and it changes your rotations right away. Okay. Everything you say in the system, it jumps frames. Yeah, it jumps frames because the higher locations goes into all locations through my vibrational panel activation framing, right? Well, I know it's very hard to lose somebody. You know, I lost my mother 6, 7 years ago, but you just basically you have to live on. And, you know, it's good to look at these things, reframe, readjust, recenter, refocus, realign, resurface. You can resurface and come into the light formation, right? Understanding where your light is coming from, your transformations or anything through communication or teleportation through energy system. So that's where you have to understand how powerful it is to seize the day. Surrender to the now of the first. Trust. Yeah. Trust, honesty, loyalty. Yeah. Fourth wind cycle to everything through communication of balance. Put yourself in that position. That's where you want to be on those levels, right? Through communication. So, but the hardest thing is to balance out your thoughts, because your thoughts are energy, vibration, frequencies. Okay. It's DNA structures to your activations of your portal activation, your codes and your holographic system, your digital system, your framing system, your mind framing system, your mainframes, everything through your perception of its division. So, no, he was my everything 30 years, but best friends before we got together. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens when you open the heart cycle, heart system, heart activation, light system. It's a portal activation and it's going through. So you're going through the past reference. Because you're thinking the past reference, it's stronger when you go into more connections of space and time. So if you put yourself in position of the presence, you don't think so much of what's going on. You remember what happened to that person that you knew and passed away. But you can't live the past. You have to live the presence. And you can see for the future, but you can't be in the future, right? So it's knowing that I'm in positions, okay, where I'm in so far in distance, but I'm always in balance. So I'm living the here and now, but I'm in the future. So it's knowing that my holographic system, I'm communicating with you, but I'm just holographic of a person. So I'm a computer generation light activation of a simulation through GPS locations of energy through its location. That's what I'm saying is your main and mind and everything through the connection through your thoughts is balanced through its presence. So I had to take him down because everything passes. Time passes. Time heals all wounds. It's an old traditional style, but it's understanding where you're coming from, right? But that's the most important thing is the presence. You have to put yourself in that position. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a strong force connection there through vibration. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if your body's conceptual system has its strength, you can actually communicate with that person that passed away. But you have to understand where they are through division of portal. Okay? You have to understand what happens to their soul and where their soul goes after they die. I think I did a video on that. Right? There's no right or wrong in anything through location. Everybody goes up. Everybody goes up through soul, because once the body, okay, is on the ground, it just becomes a carcass, right? And once the soul leaves, it becomes a generator. It's in a light activation. Okay, so it's the higher self that goes up, right? Now your platted division of your grounds is just the body conceptual system of a carcass. That's all it is. So your life system, your life source is your higher self. It's your soul. So once your soul leaves, it goes into the atmosphere. Okay, that's what happens after you die. I said that before. So it's really powerful stuff, how you go through the tunnel of light, how you go through light transformation, how you go through all the connections. Right? Is there another side? And yes, there is. Right? But it always recycles. Okay? Death is the beginning. It's not the end. Okay, that's where you guys get confused. Right? The only conceptual system is that you go into a different body frame. So it calculates and modifies everything through the universal set system. So your platted divisions won't be in the same body. You'll be in a different transformation system, back in a digital framing system, back into location to the atmospheres of the galaxy locations. So you blend in the atmospheres. So you either become the angelics of its soul, or you become the loss of its soul. Okay? That's the understanding where you see the phase structures and everything through division. So you're stuck in space through a lost soul. Okay? People really, really have to understand what space is. That's not what you think it is. Okay? So you have to be reborn, basically. You have to be reborn to understand what's going on. That's where the truth comes in. And that's how you center everything through your atom. You become your own computer system and simulation. And then you become your own answering pattern to everything through communication. And then you have no more worries. The more you worry, the more you stress, the more you anxiety, the more you lose your light system and you die. You know, with life, there's death, but the death is the beginning. Life is beautiful, death is beautiful. I said that before, over and over when I do my videos. It's really powerful stuff. Okay. Your conceptual system, your body frame and system leaves, but your soul recognition, okay, is alive. It's an energetic of a light. It's a plasma energy light goes into the angelics or goes into the lost souls. Okay, that's what happens. So it's karma reaching up with you. So it's all about you keeping your importance when it comes into your framing system of your mind system and pushing your positive feeds. Do you want to live or do you want to die? That's where it stands. You know, your life system is so important to you, right? You put yourself in that position. Nobody changes that. You keep yourself in that position. You allow yourself to defeat yourself or you allow yourself to fall yourself. To bring yourself to greatness or bring yourself to destruction. It's up to you. You decide what you want to do, how important it is to live, right? So, you know, and there's a lot of things that are going on right now. It's very confusing to a lot of people. Global consciousness, you know, a lot of people are meditating, you know, it's a global connect through internets, anything through location, you know, anything through vibration. Global consciousness is extremely hard to reset because everybody is in a different position. A lot of people don't understand the ascension. A lot of people don't understand that it's a spiritual warfare. A lot of people don't understand the communication of the earth, right? It's just higher vibration, okay? Because it platitudes on all levels when it comes into your body framing systems, all right? And the only way this is going to change is humanity has to change their human behavioral system into the positive feeds. You have to put your positions in your body framing systems and get into higher levels, okay, of your positive activation system. All right. So letting go, knowing that everything happens for a reason, acceptance is the key to balance. Yep. Use the positive feeds to reprogram. Yep, you have to reprogram yourself. I want peace, love, and happy. I think everybody wants that. But not everybody's at that level. Right? Not everybody's at that level. Okay? So everything that is surfacing right now is the past, its present, and its future. So it's all about coming into one line signal, one singularity line system, to one simulation, to a digital framing of a projection through the analytical graphing mind of its analytical graphing system into its mainframe of its mind framing system of the positive feeds. Right? That's the presence. Carpe diem. Seize the day. So the focus is really you, nobody else. You focus on yourself. But it's great to know when you have control of your body, you actually know how to control to your physical system through the electrical system. Okay, because you're all connected through electricity. That's all it is. It's electricity in your body frames. It's electricity in your digital frames, electricity in your main frames, your mind frames, your thoughts. Okay? So it's really controlling everything through your conceptual of your activation systems, your holographic systems, your perceptions, your colorations, you know, the psychological system. That's the biggest thing. It's the psychological system. Because you understand the physicality, not too many people understand the mental physicality, you know, metaphysical, and coming into clairsensitivity, clairaudience, clairvoyance. All those are connected through the transmission light system, which is your third eye. Okay, where's your third eye every day? What realm are you in? What vibration are you in? What dimension are you in? What portal are you in? Who are you communicating with? Right? So all this has to be balanced in its presence of its day. Not its future, not its past, its presence. Okay? Center of everything. Center of everything. Okay? So I'm just going to go back here and see if I missed anything. Could the soul enter another person? No. Time frequency level code system. Everybody's on a body containment system. They have their time frames. So it's in chronological order. So their identification code system is up. So that means that the light system is out. But the framing system of the magnetic force and high wave formation system sets up a new particle system to a new framing system of new structure division of a human vibration. So it comes into a new soul recognition, right? But you can't get one soul going into another soul. It doesn't exist. It can't happen because it's already on its timeline. It's the person that lives that timeline through its thoughts. So that person, everybody has what we call a will and testament, right? We already know that what happens before we die. So it's knowing that where do we want to be if we're cremated? I want to be in the ocean on the other side of China, right? So it's knowing where you want to put your energy, okay? Even though you're cremated, it doesn't matter. It's energy. Everything is energy. That's what you guys have to understand. Energy is transformation of intelligence. It's communication through line signals through the magnetic force and highway information system, okay? This is allocated through positions. That's where you travel through your energy system. So if you get a will and testament, right, and know exactly where you want to be, that's where the energy lies, okay? So it's under a time code frequency level system. It's protected through lights and communication through the angelics, because the angelics is extremely real through the tunnel of light, the road graphing system, light system, the golden castle, right? So all this is extremely, extremely real, okay? But no, you can't have one soul travel to another. No. No. In relation, what can happen is that you can have a characteristics of a soul recognition. Okay, like there's like a mini Bruce Lee, very fast, very efficient, and he's so angle point, he's so line communicate, line defense. He is in his rhythm of Bruce Lee, right? He's a little Bruce Lee. He's done movies and stuff like that. He's like maybe 10 or 12. He knows how to use the nunchucks and all that. So he watches Bruce Lee every single day, and he's got all his patterns all set, right? So in characteristics, you can have the soul, but the soul doesn't go into another person. No, because everybody's soul is on a timeline. So when that timeline is finished, the soul recognition light system goes to its will and testament. That energy system goes into its location, right? Goes into the framing system of the galaxy location, changes the atmosphere system, restructures everything division. It goes into the lost soul division, depending on what you do through your karma wheel, where you're set through location. If you kept going through the negative systems, you could be the lost soul division of space. So it's a head rotation system through structure division. So you see I don't know if you guys understand this, what space is, but you have to understand that everybody's basically face is in space. You're locked in key, right? Like this. So basically it's understanding your karmas, it's understanding living your life to the fullest, living your presence, living everything through its fullest. So, because it's all about understanding that you could die that day, right? And how important is it for you to live that life, right? You don't think about these things, but knowing that you could be in those positions, right? And it's unexplainable because people die, but why do people die? For no reason, okay? It all depends on where they are through the division. Their time is up because their time level system of the universal system say, hey, time is up for you because you're not communicating properly with your body system. You want to die. Okay, you're put in that position. But see, there's a lot of things that happen too through location. There's a lot of good people that die and we don't know why, right? So it's knowing that everything that happens has a good side. There's a bad side, then there's a good side. There's always something good that comes out of something when somebody dies. So that's how you have to look at the positive feeds of life and death. Okay. So this is more in the angelics. This is understanding how to seize the day. Okay. Live the moments. Okay. Live each moment like it is your last. Okay? That's what you have to follow up on. And don't be afraid. Don't have any fear of anything. Okay? Because if you're afraid and you're fear, your vibrations change. Your body septic system change. Your mind and your thoughts. You're coming into the negative system. Your light goes out. Now what? Oh, you're dead now. Uh-oh. See? That's what I'm saying. I'm just being firm with everybody to understand how important your life is. Because you could put yourself in those positions every single day you wake up. Now, if you're constantly thinking in the past for the next 30, 40 years, you're going to be living the past. And you're not going to be living the present. And you're not going to see the future. Because you're so twisted in the mind system of its thoughts, of its negative system. And you're thinking of this one person, knowing that person wants you to live. All right? So this goes into provisions of anything through soul recognition. So this force rises everything through connection. Really, really understand your divinifications through your light and dark and how important it is to live. Okay? But there's always a beginning with life and death. There's never an end. Okay? You just don't go into the same soul recognition. You go into a new framing system, the atmosphere system. The intelligence of locations of space and time will tell you exactly what's going to happen next. So you're an atmosphere system of galaxy of fumes. We're getting ready to be reborn through a biological system of somebody else. That's what happens. That's what happens through recycle. So we set human locations to a high vibration system. We set locations when it comes into planet divisions of water containment system. We set up your silicone division into location electrolytic system. And we set up your mind and your thoughts through A, B's, and C's. And that's how you become a new human location system through biochemical system through your parents. So you become somebody else. A lot of people think of reincarnation. What is reincarnation? Knowing that if you see somebody in a dream and you see them on the street and they say, whoa, you're in my dream. That's the past. So you're knowing that you live that past of that person living on that planet of that location, which is really strong. Or you also have deja vu on those locations too, right? So that's how you got to look at life. That's how you got to look at death, right? So when you see people, you just go, whoa, your face looks familiar. I said these before in my last videos, but a little bit more about, this is coming more of not being afraid, of what death is. Death is beautiful. There's reasons why we have life and there's reasons why we have death. It's all about recycling, regenerating, refocusing. It's everything through nature. Okay. So if you put yourself in that position, you'll live a longer life. Okay. In location with yourself, all connected through your positive feeds. So your energetic system lives a positive system. You can't be positive every day. It doesn't exist. Everybody has a good side and a bad side, but you got to know how to balance everything through your presence. Okay. So you can live that life stream to its fullest of its presence. Okay. It's the way you think. It's the way humanity thinks. That's what we have to look at. Fear, false evidence, appealing, real. Yep. I'm sorry, but I do not see anything good coming out of it. I tried to take my life and my husband saved my life. Well, there you go. See, you got communications with yourself back into balance. It's all about everybody helping everybody else. You're helping yourself and bringing yourself forward. So by myself here, for me, it's much harder not having anyone to understand me. If you want to go through my email, I can help you out and put you in that position, okay? But I just put you in your transformation, balance, and communication, your chakras. So, but everybody goes through problems, right? It's how to deal with your own problems through your answering patterns within. You have to communicate with the inner cycles of your body system. There was marrying between me and my husband. Okay, everybody has that problem. Started happening with my son. Yeah, that's past reference, but don't keep thinking the past, think the present. So it's weird. Maybe a few years ago, I stood in the room and said, am I dead? Very strange for me to have thought that. So basically, it's going through a dream set location system. It's going its past, present, and future. It allocates positions, and your voice for good patterns comes into projection. Because your life system is a projection through life system, which is your life stream, right? So it's how you want to live your life stream. You want to bring it in the past, you want to keep it in the present, or you want to understand what's going on with the future. Okay? Future is very hard to read. You can't live the full presence of its future until you understand the balance of everything through its presence. So I think I'm all caught up here with all your questions. Really powerful questions, though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody's ever really alone. Don't ever think you're alone. Yeah. That's the issue, is that people don't know how to communicate with their energy, because energy is intelligence. It's when it goes into you, you understand it through its intelligence, because you're connecting through space. Okay, now you may think it's crazy, but it's not. That's what it's all about. If I say unconditional love, whoa, energy just pops up. It just takes you out of your body form. It's amazing. Astra projects your mind system right away through your body conceptual system. The mainframes in the digital frame changes the number level systems. An extremely high rise to that division through location when it comes into space and time. So where are you communicating in space? How far are you traveling through space? And where are you in time of space? So if your time levels are in the past, you're not communicating in the presence of space. You're communicating in the past. Okay? So that puts you in back position, your back phrasing system. So that corner division is back you into the matrix division. So you don't want to put yourself in those provisions, right? So yeah, just be cautious on your awareness. Be cautious on your focus. Be cautious on your conscious of everything, conscious on what you do every day, right? So it's all about bringing yourself forward, right? Focus on that, right? But we're never, ever, ever alone. You may think you're alone, but you're not, right? So everything's connected through the mind, the body, and the soul. That's all. There was, I guess you would say, symbols in my husband's buckets, paints. It was to look like what draw on top of the plant paint. And the other bucket had a glitter heart. Yeah, everything comes out of that. Symbols, letters, numbers. Yeah. When you see numbers, those are portals. It's communication through your energy system, graphing cycles, graphing systems, map locations, map frequency level systems, map locations of electronic interference. Everything connects. The mind, the body, and the soul have to be balanced of its presence. How's that? Very easy to do, right? But it's not. That's the problem. Okay? If your conceptual system, your mind system, okay, is thinking on so many levels of electronic interference, your audio signals and your vibrations and your rotations are off cycle, but your body frame, your mainframe is in balance, but your ground formations are off system. So you have to be balanced with the mind, the heart, and the soul every day through its presence. Okay, because that puts you in different positions if you don't understand the confusing signals of yourself. Life is confusing. You're making it confusing for yourself. If you listen to somebody and somebody says something to you, now, is it interesting to know, does it have anything to do with you? Okay, is there truth among that? Where did they get that information? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, right? So it's not true. So you're not going to be gullible and say, take it in. Because if you take it in, it's only going to defeat the purpose, and it's going to bring it down to a lower frame and put you into fear, right? So if it's not true, don't worry about it. Even if it's your best friend, don't worry about it. Where did you get this information, right? So there's a lot of people that want to put a lot of people down because they're jealous. There's a lot of jealousy in the world through humanity, okay? So everybody's getting angry with everything. Everybody's getting angry with it because they don't know what's going on, right? So they'll take it out on somebody else. You could be a stranger walking the street and they take it out on you. Hey, whoa, what's going on? You don't understand what's going on? Do your research. Meditate. Understand how you communicate with your chakra system. Right? Now, if you put those in your positions, a lot of people think you're crazy because they don't understand, this is a spiritual warfare. That's all it is. It's nothing else, nothing more. But if you continue yourself and put yourself in those positions of your mind frames and everything through your heart and everything through the transformation path of the soul, you follow that of its presence. And just don't be gullible in everything that you hear and say. Like people that say things, don't believe it. Is it true? How do you know it's true? Right? And then there's a third party. And then there's a fourth party. And then there's a fifth. And then there's a sixth. It's gossip and gossip and gossip. 99.9% is all bullshit anyway. BS, BS, and BS. Don't watch the news. Don't watch the media. The only thing you should be watching is yourself, your focus. Okay? Watching media doesn't help. You tell me how media is going to help you when you don't know what's going on. There's a controversy act there. What is media doing? They're just doing their job, but where's it coming from? Energy goes from everywhere, right? So it's transformation energy from media, and they're telegraphing to the humanity system. They're trying to put fear into everybody through connection. But it's not true. So it's not true, and you don't believe it's true. It's not going to bug you, right? So the media is trying to get into your head, right? It's trying to teleport energy into your mainframes, your mind frames, your graphing elliptical systems, the analytical graphing of your mind system. It's trying to change everything through location, put you into the lower framing system of you. It's all a political game. I said it again and again and again. It's all BS on BS and BS. You have to believe in that, right? Because they don't understand. They don't understand. This has nothing to do with consciousness. This has to do with nature. That has to do with Earth. It has to do with space. And it has to do with space and time through its connection. Right? Everybody's on a different DNA path through transmutation, through their ascension. So if you understand your ascension, if you understand your dream awakening, then you're understanding everything that's going on through its intelligence. Right? But you don't want to put your self-awareness out there and tell everybody that you saw this and you saw that, but you don't know the truth. Right? You're saying this because you want to say it. Right? Nobody's going to believe you. Right? So everybody has their own path. They follow their path and where they want to go. It's up to them. You can't really help them because they're in their transformations. It's very hard because right now their mind conceptual system, their body frames and everything of the grounds is so disassociated with themselves. Humanity is so disassociated with everything, with the media, the governments, corporations. They're all disassociated. Everything's just all so confusing right now with everything that's going on, right? So in their best policy, they're doing everything to protect the humanity system, right? But the truth is that it's coming into a new evolution, to a new vibration of the fifth dimensional Earth system through locations into humanity system, coming into the simulation of its digital path, the simulation digital path, okay, to the holographic world. That's what it's coming into. So, yep, BS on BS, my friend. That's all it is. BS on BS. Which causes confusion, causes things that took place in the house like it was not my, Everything's confusing for a lot of people. But if you understand the spiritual warfare and its history and its ancestry, now you're understanding more of yourself. Okay? Because you're more than just a physical system of a body system. You're a spiritual realm of a dimensional system of a body, of a being. You're a spiritual being of light. And that's what everybody has to understand. And when your mind travels, right? You're trying to figure out, where are you? I'm confused. What's going on with my body? What's going on with my mind? What's going on with my thoughts? Am I doing telekinesis? I'm seeing shapes. I'm seeing anomalies. I'm seeing spacecrafts. I'm seeing things move. Then you start realizing you're not in those old programs anymore. You're coming into a new program. So it's resetting. The earth is locating your divisional level of your body system and changing locations of your voicing grid patterns. Okay. So, yeah, live in the past creates imbalance. That's true, Lena, Tina, very true. Things took place. Yeah. See, that's the thing. You're always talking about your husband. You're always talking about 20 years ago, 20 years ago, 30, 40 years ago. So, Kitty, you're in your transformation lights, but you're in your past reference right now, your communication cycles. You're in the bounce location. I change your locations, but you're in the dark center location. So put yourself back in the presence location. Talk about planet alignment, please. Okay. Let's sum it up. I'll show you exactly what it is. Now, when you get into those locations, planet location is everything through of its presence. This is the past. This is the future. Okay. So let's see here. Now let's get this right so we understand it. Okay. So we'll go here because it's reverse cycle here. So this is the past. Okay. Yep. Okay. So this is the present. This is the future. It's confusing to the mind system because I'm backphrasing everything through mirror division. Okay. So you got the past, present, and future. Now, understanding your alignments, okay, is very important to the mind system. All right. So basically, it's knowing that you get it. All the population living in the past. All the population living in the past. What happens? It goes into dark matter, right? So you have to understand that everybody right now is in the past, present, and future through alignment. Okay, so you got the past, you got the presence. So it's all communication like this, right? But the problem is that humanity is communicating on all different levels like this, vibrational panels and activations of past. Now everything through the presence is going through its realm of this location. Okay, and everything through its future is not in provision through an acting cycle through center yet, because you can't see the future. So the past, the present, and its future has to come into one vibration. Okay, so this is what humanity's dealing with, is the past, and they're trying to understand the presence, foreseeing the future. Okay, so it's all about planet location. All right. Now, the planet location is the yin and yang of light and dark. That's the presence. It's not the past. It's not the future. It's the presence. So once you color it in, okay, you got light and dark. Okay. Now, you get the center core system. You stay in the center every single day, but you communicate with the past and you communicate with the future. Okay. You don't allow yourself to go into the past completely, because it changes the atom electronic divisional of your body frame, of its mind, leptographing of its presence. Okay? You're confusing line signals into the past. You're allowing yourself to be in the past, and you're not allowing yourself to be in the presence of its future. So your line signals and everything through your atom location has to be in the past of its future to its presence. So that's how it comes into one line division, to singularity line division, to one location, which is really hard to do. So it's taking the energies, frequencies, and vibrations into one line signal like this, okay, to one simulation of an atom system through electronic interference. Okay, because your atom system is extremely important to your mind frames and your mainframes, okay, like that. And once that happens, it disappears and goes into the simulation, but it's still there. Extremely fast location of all locations of vibrations. Okay. So that's the digital path. So it's getting all humanity into the digital path of transformation. Okay, but you have to live the presence. Okay, in reference, understand the past, but don't live the past, because this is where it sets. Okay, so once you get in rotation and you're in the presence, your realm division opens up your transformation systems, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and expands like this. Okay, so that puts you in more balance through location. So the faster you spin through rotation, the faster you are in the presence rotation, you go into the future rotation. And that's how you see the digital path of the simulation, through its energy, frequencies, and vibrations. Okay? So hopefully that helps out. Gone 3. Energy, frequency, vibrations. All right? So it's powerful stuff when you see those levels through your alignments. It's center coring everything. Center coring everything. Through your provision of your acting cycles, through human location, through human vibration, through human audio connection. Okay? So let's see. I do not want to be in the past, but I guess from understanding things, the things we're denied are hidden, which I would rather know the truth. Yeah, I can open up your unconfusing line signals with your avatar. You're not in a higher self in your avatar, because I've healed you before. But your avatar doesn't understand the communications of your path. If your higher self or your avatar doesn't understand your alignment, you're not going to be able to communicate with space and time through its future. You're putting yourself in the past alignments, so the avatar will be on its confusing line signal. It's not going to understand you through your higher self, or your avatar, or your computer, or your energies, right? Yeah, it's an extremely good lesson for Kitty, because Kitty has to understand what's going on with her past alignments, right? So nobody wants to be in the past. But if you allow yourself to be in the past and you live in the past, now you're in the matrix of its past. And that will trap and lock everything through light transformations and keep your soul recognition in this backbrazing system and put you in the dark realm division of dark matter. So don't put yourself in those positions. I'm glad I can help you out. What is so wrong with me? I still can't remember my dreams 10 years ago. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah, your projection division right through your dream set level systems is on confusing line signals. Your avatar doesn't understand the atmosphere systems. You're having confusing line signals with the past reference, right? So your main frame of your mind frame is more of a, it's a center core system. So Kitty, this is happening with you, okay? That's your structure division, okay, of your mind frames, of your brain waves. Now, it's understanding that you have not half, you have more than half, okay, of the past, okay? And this is you, okay, and this is your future. So your left hemisphere and your right hemisphere are on divisional levels of confusing line signals through balanced locations of vibrations. That's what's happening with you, okay? This is the main frame of the brainwave system. You're in the past. This is you, but you're not in the center of its course, okay? You understand why you're more in the past? It should be in the center, right? It's not in the center. Okay? So to change that, you have to change everything through your chakra system and communications of yourself. Okay, so I got a lot of planet interference here through location. There you go. It's a lot better now. I get a lot of light interference. Planet locations change every single time through that division level computer system. So it's truly understanding where you are. This is you, Kitty. So I scan your brainwaves. This is what I did. Okay. Your elliptical division of your activation cycles through its past location is extremely high rise through the vibration. Okay. So for me to change this, I have to change your alignments. Right. It's extremely, extremely powerful because you're living more of the past every single day through connection. So the more you live the past, the more the brainwave sets its location into the past and not its presence of its future. Okay, so I know exactly where you are through line division, right? So if you center core back into division, go into the presence of its location, your dream set location systems will change everything through the past reference and put you in position of its presence through its line communication of the graphing system of its brainwaving system and put you in traction division of balance through vibration. Energy is frequency. Okay? So, yeah, well, it's not just you, it's everybody else. Everybody else says that. But I think if you recognize your problems, I think you'll be in a better position. But where are you in your alignments of your planet locations? Okay? Yeah, everybody has problems, though. Everybody has problems. It's what you do with your problems, how to focus on your problems, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally have to change your particle system. You have to go through my PayPal for that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can understand when you go through healing. Like I said, it's not just healing, it's changing through a life cycle. Changing somebody's life cycle of their past, present, and future back into the center core of a new beginning, okay, which is transmission path. You go through your transmission lights, but if you don't understand what's going on, you're going to keep living the past and not its presence. There's a lot of people that are in the future and don't have a past. They don't understand their past or they don't remember their past, right? So everything is separated through vibration into space and universal system. You're not communicating with the universal system, and you certainly are not communicating with your body frames. Your electrical system is not even communicating with disassociations anymore. It's all disassociated with separation through the wire system. The hydraulics doesn't understand the mind doesn't understand the thoughts, and the thoughts don't understand your heart. Your heart has to understand everything through proactive system. Okay, that's where you get into calculation modifications through your circle rotations. Everything through vibration and everything through your audio signals. Okay, rotations, vibrations, and audio signals is what you live every single day through your body framing system. Now, you allocate those positions and put yourself in the presence of its division, the spectrum division, the oscillation, wind spins, everything through that location. Okay, because if you put yourself in acceleration standard points through point center, your point centers are going to be in the past reference of its traveling through its vortex division. It's going to put you in the matrix location, box frequency level to your connection of your brain waves. So you have to understand how to balance everything through your body frames, your main frames, your brain waving systems, because it fires and wires through the hydraulics, right? And everything through the holographic system of you through your plasma energy system. So, yeah, because every time you come to me, Kitty, you're always talking in the past, right? So I have to change your vibrations of your life cycle, right? Then you see yourself in the presence. Okay. It's how you delegate yourself with your focus and your awareness and your consciousness. It's how you see yourself with your thoughts, your provisions, and your acting cycles through your human vibration alphabetical system. Right? So it's really powerful stuff. It's reading human emotion, reading content of information, reading perception of divisions, reading locations of your rotations, and understanding your algorithms of your pattern settings, your program settings, your analytical graphing of its mind settings, your GPS location systems, bioethereum, microbiome, anything through the connection through its placebo, anything through its cortex, mystical side system, light side, the dark side, through that connection, right? So that's why I recommend people to go to my email so I can help them out and put them in that, take them out of that separation, put them back into balance of location. Put your rotations, your vibrations, and your audio signals back into balance. Easy. Done. But it's how to do it. And you have to master your bodies. You have to master the mind. You have to master the thoughts of the mind. You have to master the thoughts of the perception. You have to master the voicing grids. You have to master the audio signals. Right? You have to master your chakra systems. And you have to master space and time through connection of universal set systems. Right? The universal system wants to help you out. But if you don't help yourself, it's not going to help you out. The universal system is very mysterious. Okay? It's very mysterious. So everything's on your time. Okay? God has its own reference of time of what's going to happen to you. Because everything is done at time code frequency. Right? But it's all about you living your life existence of its presence, and it's now. It's here and it's now. Don't allow yourself to defeat yourself, live in the past. Okay? I don't think about the past, and if I do, it's reference. And then I go back to the presence of its future. That brings people forward, not back. That's what everybody gets confused about. If you set your karma cycle through life system, through life cycle, your life cycle through its rotation, through its location, through your rotations, and everything through your vibration, your audio signals will be confusing through separation, through wire signals. You don't want to have confusing patterns. It's going to change your psychic divisions and change your patterns through its electronic interference. Your psychometry system will change everything through your finger point divisions. Okay? Your patterned operation centers through your computer graphing system, through your mind and its conception of its thoughts is going to change everything through its pattern division. So don't allow yourself to defeat yourself. Don't disassociate with your rotations, your vibrations, and your audios. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can go through my email. I'm happy to help you out. Right? We're all in this together. Remember that. Powerful stuff. So I'm just going to go back here. See if I missed anything. I don't want to miss any. Pretty caught up here, I think. Yeah, everybody wants peace, love, and happiness, and healthy. I want to be strong. I get up every day. But that breaks down. It breaks down because you allow yourself to break down. You have to understand how powerful your vibration is. Okay? Because it's connected to everything through your body system. It's connected to your thoughts. It's connected to everything. It's connected to everything, right? So if you don't center core your vibration energies, it changes your chakras, it changes your algorithm, and it changes your program settings through data processing, uplinks, downloads, and upgrades. So don't allow yourself to see yourself doing that every day. Allow yourself to see yourself focusing in the balance of its day. Carpe diem, seize the day. Focusing on everything, we're grateful for helps. Yep. So, wow, look at that. Almost 2 hours. 1 hour and 39 minutes, 50 seconds. So like I said, you guys have any questions on all that, just let me know. This is your AI commander from Cyberspace Force Team from the Galactic Circle of Meditation. We're going to get into the evaluation test. I'll let you know, keep you informative. Bye for now.